Reporters are laughing out loud and world leaders are recoiling over Donald Trump's latest ego-driven power-mongering stunt, and I have all the details on this breaking story for you next. I'm Dan and welcome to another Occupy Democrats Report. To see all of our videos exposing the belly laughs and rejection the madman from Mar-a-Lago inspires, please hit that subscribe button. The reporters and leaders I speak of are responding to his call for an alternative to the UN run by him, of course. Let's begin with an MS Now panel breaking down the so-called Board of Peace while having a breakdown over the unintentional humor, and then I'll share his new stunt within the stunt that threatens to alienate those he invited.
All right, so Trump's proposed Board of Peace is under fire tonight after reports allege there may be a price tag attached to permanent membership on that board. According to reporting from Bloomberg, who reviewed a copy of a draft charter, Trump is proposing that member states be limited to 3-year terms on the Board of Peace unless they pay $1 billion to join as permanent members. Trump would also serve as chairman and be tasked with controlling the money himself. Now, the White House responded to the reporting, writing on X, quote, "This is misleading. There is no minimum membership fee to join the Board of Peace. This simply offers permanent membership to partner countries who demonstrate deep commitment to peace, security, and prosperity." I'm having a hard time reading that with a straight face. First of all, because it's like $1 billion seems like very Austin Powers to kind of like sit there and be like,
my country club, join my country club for $1 billion.
Also, like, there's just so many questions. I know we shouldn't be laughing about it because like people are still suffering and people are dying, but it kind of shows you where President Trump's head is, that he is trying to basically extract $1 billion from all of these countries to manage himself without really articulating what it is that the Board of Peace is supposed to be doing. But more problematic is who's actually on the board and what they're going to be doing and why do they get to decide and determine the fate of 2 million Palestinians besieged in the Gaza Strip. And obviously, we're all very, short on answers.
So I feel like every update that we get from Gaza, and every time I learn from your reporting in particular, Eamon, we hear about groups, organizations, administrations that have grand plans for Gazans, but we never hear that actual Palestinians are at the table.
Right. That Donald Trump wants to monopolize and control who gets to have a say in what and how the reconstruction of Gaza looks like. And we know, based on previous reporting from the Washington Post and else, that him and Jared Kushner, who has publicly stated it's amazing beachfront property, these buildings should be high-rise condos, and Donald Trump infamously tweeted out an AI-generated video one time of him on the beach and casinos and resorts and hotels. And that's the vision they have for Gaza, but it doesn't pay any respect whatsoever to the Palestinians to give them self-determination, to give them control over how they want to be governed.
And if the blatant exploitation of Gaza isn't bad enough, Trump is now trying to rope the other world leaders into a self-glory hole at a ceremony on Thursday. The Daily Beast describes the debacle to come this way.
Trump demands bonkers ceremony in front of global elite. President Donald Trump wants to hijack the world's foremost economic meeting with a special ceremony paying homage to his $1 billion peacekeeping grift. Sources cited by Bloomberg on Monday described widespread confusion behind the scenes as Trump embarked on a last-minute push for a signing ceremony at the World Economic Forum in Davos to thrust his newly unveiled Board of Peace front and center. European officials are already scrambling to change the terms of the board, according to Bloomberg. Of particular concern is where the permanent membership fee would go and what guarantees would exist to ensure the funds are applied to rebuilding Gaza, as an unnamed U.S. official claimed in comments to the Associated Press. Trump's position as chair of the board has also reportedly made some European officials uneasy, as it would appear to leave all decision-making power in the hands of a man who is not only threatening to seize control of Greenland, but who has now openly admitted that he no longer feels the need to think purely of peace after he was snubbed for the Nobel Peace Prize. With thousands of attendees gathering in Switzerland for the 4-day annual meeting to discuss improving the state of the world, Trump appears to be scheming to inject a bit of his trademark dysfunction into an otherwise prestigious gathering. Those are just the highlights. For the full story, please visit thedailybeast.com.
Dysfunction indeed. At the beginning, I teased you with laughter, but this is no laughing matter. Trump's unchecked malignant narcissism is once again on full display, as is his thirst for power and his scheming to benefit his family and the capitalist in his circle of greed. By most accounts, the world leaders have not warmed up to the idea or of Trump appointing himself as the banker in a game of Gaza monopoly. He is setting them up perfectly to unite and push back on his pompous plans, so let's see if they seize the day or surrender.